Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester LTIDtv
For all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Happen in 49, 61, 63 or 69 when they reach the final. But the class of 2021 have delivered. Leicester City are FA Cup winners at last and are history makers at Wembley.
They have blown their rivals away. They have blown us all away in truth. Premier League champions 2016. The amazing Leicester City.
Leicester Till I Die TV, your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
Right, Chris.
Hello, 'tis I. Good evening. Love is in the air tonight, and I can see the contestants hiding behind their hand when that was playing. I'll tell you, compared to what's normally on my search history for the other quizzes, this is quite tame. Anyway, as it says, how the devil are you? I hope you are all well. And looking forward to this. It is, the Battle of the Sexes almost, isn't it? And this could make, if you've seen the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith, this could make it look like Lady and the Tramp. It could get personal. It could get dirty. But I'm hoping it's just going to be fun. So we have got the first couple to take part in this quiz. And to be honest with you, the way it's looking, it might be the last one as well. Let's first of all bring in, surely he's got to win this one, hasn't he? Let's bring him in. Brad, good evening. How the devil are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty well, mate. I'm looking forward to keeping my lovely losing streak in quizzes done by Chris. So we'll see how it goes.
It's my fault now that you've not won any, is it?
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Niffin, good evening. How are you? Mike says, evening, big up Chris, and love is in the air. It certainly is. Talking of which, we'll say hello to your contestant, another half. Chloe, good evening.
Evening.
And how are we feeling? Confident?
I'm so nervous. I am so nervous.
Well, can I just say that, by agreeing to do this quiz, you don't hold me responsible for any breakup, any arguments, or anything like that down the line. I am purely innocent. I just have to say that for the solicitors. Yes, Brad. Mike says, keep your losing streak up for our quiz as well, Brad. I need to do some questions for that. He says this, you see, Chloe, it's all mind games with Brad. He says, like, I want my losing streak and what have you, but he can't wait to jump onto a quiz.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one goes.
It's just a habit. It's like an addiction.
It is. So it is Mr. and Mrs. the quiz. We've got one couple, but two teams. This could end very badly, and of course, two teams in blue and white. So that's one thing. But I did find some love notes that he'd sent to you, Chloe. And this one was one that Brad wrote. My love for you is forever. My love for Leicester true. But when it comes to Premier League trophies, we've got one more than you. Yes. I don't know if you ever sent that at all, but we did discuss. You remember that, Brad?
No, funny enough, I don't.
Do you not?
It's
It's
almost like you tried to stitch me up before we've got going.
Well, talking of stitching up, I mean, you did actually turn up last night.
Yeah, I did. I was very eager for this quiz that I was preparing for it at 9 o'clock yesterday, asking you where you were, wondering why you were streaming on your birthday.
Yes, you were totally. I don't know what he was doing, but I have got you an appointment here with this doctor who can cure premature vlogging, apparently. With everything
brilliant. I'll take the number after the end of the show, mate.
Indeed. Niall, good evening. How are you? Welcome along.
Yeah. And I'll probably end up ringing him before he opens.
So, to quickly explain to everybody that's watching, well, everybody is probably a little exaggeration, but you know what I mean. You are YouTube's answer to Donald Trump and Melania Trump, but how is the hair? But how well do you know each other's football clubs? There are 20 questions, and each question relates to both teams, and you can answer at the same time, but you may want to wait for one to finish, etc. There is 1 point per question, and if it's tied at the end, we do have the nip and tie break, as it has now become known. So make sure you know your rivals. So neither of you can see the screen or there are any questions, so feel free to join in the chat, because I have disabled that for the two contestants. Mark yourselves as you go along and see how you do. We're going to start with this one. And this one, Melina, good evening. How are you? Hope you are well and enjoying life. Yeah, they're all saying hello to each other. This one, we're going to start with an easy one for you, first of all. And Brad will probably already know this, to be honest with you, but let's have a look at it. Can you name the 20 players with the most offsides in Premier League history? I'm joking, Brad. I'm joking.
I've got an idea. I know one.
I still can't believe you got that question. But let us start. Let us start with the proper question, which is managers. So Leicester's current manager is Brendan Rodgers, whilst Brighton have the amazingly talented, as we all know, Graham Potter. But who was each team's previous permanent manager? So no caretakers or what have you. Who was each other's previous permanent manager?
Oh, out of all the things you could have asked.
Yeah, I didn't realise that particular one.
Yeah.
I want to start with an easy one, but maybe not.
Questions I thought you'd ask, that one didn't come to mind for some reason. So I don't have any idea. I can't remember.
Well, we try not to, in fairness.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, we do try and erase it from the memory.
Yeah.
See, I've only got two managers' names floating around in my head.
Well, you got to pick one of them, mate.
I know. So I'm gonna say, and I don't know why I'm gonna say it. I think it's wrong, so I'm not gonna say it yet.
This is a logic, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, if it's the other one now, I'm gonna absolutely curse myself.
We should put him out of his misery, Chloe.
Sorry, I've got one. I'm just gonna say, was it Chris Hughton?
Yes, it was, as you probably saw from Chloe's reaction there. But don't worry, Chloe.
I'm going to have to pass. I don't even have a clue.
Go on, tell her, Brad.
It was Claude Puel.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that ever. So.
Well, like I say, we are trying to forget it ourselves. But don't worry about Brad taking an early lead, because I
like to get these starts and throw them away. You're fine.
Yeah.
Babe.
Right. Okay. So next question. There we go. Just to confirm, Claude Puel and Chris Hughton.
And just so you know, the other name that was in my head was Gus Poyet, but I just don't remember him. I thought I couldn't remember which way round it was that you had them as managers.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Before Chloe. Was he before Houghton, Gus Poyet, I'm guessing then?
He was quite a bit before Houghton. Before Houghton, we had Hippier, Oscar Garcia, and then Poyet. Poyet was the one that got us promoted to the Championship from League One.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's the first one. The second question. Both teams have recently moved into new stadiums, Leicester in 2002 and Brighton in 2011. But prior to this, where did both teams play their home games?
Filbert Street.
Yes. Well done.
With Dean Stadium.
Nice. I didn't think you were going to get that, Brad. I thought you might have gone for the Goldstein, which was the...
That was the one. That's the one before. No, I only knew that one because I used to have the VHS of the season we got promoted the year after when we had our first season at them, and we played Brighton. And I just remember that name sticking when the bloke said Leicester went to the Withdean, and I can't remember the score or anything, but I remember him. It just stuck ever since.
It wasn't your best years, unfortunately. It must have been horrible because he didn't have a permanent home. He didn't know what was happening. I wouldn't wish that on any team, to be honest with you. But fantastic stadium you've got now. But yes, it doesn't say their permanent stadium. It just says where did they play their last home games. And it was Filbert Street from 1891 to 2001. And the Withdean, slightly less, not quite as long as that. So the next question, number 11. Can you name the player who, for the 21-22 season, is wearing the number 11 shirt?
Oh, you. Oh.
Language. Do you know what we're missing? Do you know what we are missing here? And I always forget to put this on at the start. And it's probably more apt than ever for tonight. Just have some background music. They're both struggling here.
I have no.
I have. They are, to be honest with you, to be fair, they're not sort of like new signings or somebody you wouldn't have heard of. Well, I don't think so, anyway. Mike is doing quite well, although he didn't know the Brighton one.
I'm just thinking of all the Leicester players I can think of.
Evening, Kate. I hope you brought a note to that effect. Do you want to just take a guess?
It's bugging me. I'm trying to go through what I remember of their team. I'm trying to pick where it'd be in the position because number 11, I know what it suggests for us over the years, but it doesn't always.
And can I just say that all these answers were via, or most of them were via Wikipedia, so I can't. If it is incorrect.
I mean, my answer will be taking a guess. I don't actually. There's not a name that instantly jumped out to me. I'm just trying to maybe take somewhat of a logical guess, given the shirt number you're asking for.
I'm quite impressed that you're actually putting the words logic in the.
I know. I mean, saying quiz. But I'm pretty sure.
Thanks, Rennie.
I'm pretty sure it's not the number I'm thinking of for this player. I've got a picture of him, and Chloe will know exactly what I'm on about when I say it. I've seen him stood next to Lionel Messi, and I'm pretty sure that might only be his international shirt number, and I've probably got the wrong number in my head. So I'm going to say, is it McAllister?
McAllister?
I'll get you shaking the head, so that's one.
Tell him, Chloe.
It's Trossard for Brighton.
Oh, you person, you. I was trying to think who.
I'm going to have to guess because I know it's sort of an attacking position. This is a bit of a guess. Harvey Barnes.
Not far off, to be honest with you. He is actually number 10. Do you know who it is, Brad? Of course you do.
Number 10 is James Madison, not Barnes. isn't it?
Oh, no, number 10 is James Lee. Quite right. Yes.
I believe the reason you say she's quite right, and I'm going to be dreading it if he's changed his number because he's not making as many first-team appearances, but it is a left winger, but it's Mark Albrighton, isn't it?
Oh, I nearly said that.
Yes, it was Mark Albrighton.
I don't know why, but for when you first said it, Chris, you know how wasn't it Christian Fuchs that just changed his number randomly when he stopped being more of a first team player? Maybe I'm thinking wrong. Maybe it's just something in my brain. I thought, has Mark Albrighton changed his number? I think he's always been 11.
When I say that I thought Barnes was 10, it just shows what I know. Okay.
Colin, just quickly, is McAllister's shirt number 10 then for you?
Yeah.
That's what I was. I could see the picture of him playing for Argentina. I don't know why I thought it could have been 11.
I must admit, I thought you two might have been sort of giving each other clues before the show. These are the.
I mean, I've been revising, but unfortunately, I've obviously been revising the wrong thing.
I won't think it's so good though. I like it. It's really.
You can't argue with that. You just can't argue with that. That's what I used to say at school. But right then, question number 4. Dare I say they get a little bit harder now?
For God's sake, here we go.
Biggest league wins. So, Leicester's biggest league win was 10-0 in 1928, but against which South Coast club? So, because it's a little bit harder, I'm giving you a bit of a clue here. With Newport, Brighton's biggest win was 9-1 twice, once versus Southend and once against which Welsh club in 1951?
Again, guess what? Did some revising for this.
Oh, I'm just going to guess Bournemouth.
No, it wasn't Bournemouth, unfortunately. But like you say, it was a South Coast club, so it was worth a guess. It was Portsmouth.
Oh, was that when one of the, was it Arthur Rowley or Chandler had scored 6? Was that game?
No, because we lost 10-0.
Oh, we lost 10-0. No, you said the biggest win was 10. No, that's what
our record win is 9-1, isn't it?
Yeah, I know,
or
but
9-0. Sorry.
What you've got in there is
Leicester's biggest win was
10-0. That's what confused me as well. You put Leicester's biggest win, mate.
Oh, sorry. No, you're right. Sorry, you're right. See, I should have revised, shouldn't I?
Bloody hell, we're getting the quizmaster out on it, Chloe.
Getting confused. This is how good the questions are. They're confusing me. We'll cut that out afterwards. They won't notice it. It'll be send it in, get £5 on it. It'll be all right on the night.
So wait, just to confirm, not that I actually know, but am I trying to take a guess at Brighton's biggest win?
You're trying to guess Brighton's biggest win, yes.
Against a Welsh club. Swansea.
No, sir. And I just happened that Mike is in when I am doing this, but it was Portsmouth and Newport.
I'm going to be honest. You said Newport, and I didn't want to use that as a guess towards.
I know I did. I was wondering whether you picked up
I
on that or not.
I did think, and I thought, no, I'm not going to say it because it is what it is. But I wasn't originally thinking them anyway. I wouldn't have said them if you hadn't have said it anyway. So
you know what? It doesn't help to drink before you do a quiz, does it?
Probably doesn't, mate. They're off the water. What have I told you?
Water. Right. Next one: stadium capacity. For the nearest 1,000, what is the capacity to the King Power and the Amex?
Is it 32,000?
How many thousand? Sorry, Chloe.
32.
32,000. Okay, we'll have a look in a second. Brad.
30,350.
That's not to the nearest 1,000, mate.
Yeah, well, I want to be awkward.
Mate.
Wow.
You
Wow, you see what the quiz is doing to us, Chris? I'm already mate.
You are so. I'm almost feel like I'm going to have to give you a point anyway because it's so close. Leicester's is 32,000 because it's 32,312.
Wow.
That's actually out of date. We've increased our capacity, I think it was last season, and well, all our attendances this season have been like over 31,000. So.
Well, then I have to give you the point. I did say this was according to Wikipedia, didn't I?
Yeah, good old Wikipedia.
Good old Wikipedia. Well, we did close.
It's like hearing the answer from your auntie's postman at some point, isn't it? When it comes to
I was well overthinking that. I was like, I know it's 32,000 and something, but what if it's like 32,800? So the nearest would be 33,000.
You know, I could say, I mean, you go on these things and you hope that they're right, but like I say, that's Wikipedia for you, isn't it? So I'll give you the point for that, Chloe, which is fair enough. You will know better than I will, of course. Right, next question. League positions last season. What was the final position for both Leicester and Brighton last season?
Right. Sorry, I aged to beat them. Brighton.
You said fifth, Chloe.
Nearly did it again. Nearly cut you up there. Brighton finished what they've always finished, I believe, and that's 15th.
15th. Ooh. Fifth for Leicester
16th, was it?
and 16th.
Wow.
Whoa.
I gave it 15th. I thought they'd always finished there.
This is interesting because Chloe has taken the lead.
Well, there you go. It was a great Chris. Thanks for having me on.
I did say Chloe, didn't I? Don't worry about him peaking early. There we go.
No.
Right. Next question. Club captains. And as it says there, according to 442, so I'm covering my sources here. According to 442, who are the club captains for this season?
It's Schmeichel, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Lewis Dunk.
Yes. Thank God I got one right myself there.
Hey! Pop points all round.
So it's 3-4 at the moment. Chloe's leading. Mike's doing very well, as always. Right, so, yep, Schmeichel and Dunk. Right, so... Kits. We could all name the colours of the English Premier League club's home shirts. Man United red, Man City blue, etc, etc. But what is the primary colour of Leicester and Brighton's third shirt this season? So it's the colour, the main colour of the shirt, and I will accept, because some of these colours, they have weird and wonderful names, but I will accept the obvious answers. Third shirt, yes. Well, I didn't know Brad might have the second one, and he's worn it, you see, so... Plus the other, no, I won't say it yet, but
there is literally two kits that
That's
swing
a
to mind.
kit I'm thinking of, but I'm not sure if it's your third kit this season or if it has been in the past. And I'm not even sure what colour it really is. Bit of a weird
both teams have been on TV wearing these colours.
Only one other colour I've ever remember noticing Brighton playing in, and that's yellow.
Which is correct.
I think,
yellow.
I thought
Yeah, we've won that recently.
Yeah, you wore. I think you wore that for Ukraine, didn't you? Because it was yellow and blue.
Yeah. The one I'm thinking of, I'm just gonna have to say it because it's the only one I can even think of, is like a sort of grey colour with like pink details, but that might have been like last season or even the season before.
You pulled that rabbit out of the hat. Well done, Chloe. Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, to give it its official colour, it's onyx, but, you know, I wasn't going to expect you to get that. I call it grey, and I've got one, you know, but apparently, officially, it's onyx. That adds another 5. Well done, both of you. Can you believe it or not, both our second strips, according to the Premier League website, it's the minty green is the main colour in both strips. So that's why I went for the third strip. So well done, both. There we go. Just to prove it, there's the Leicester and there's the Brighton third strips. Clean sheets. This round is sponsored by Kleenex. We all know Leicester's defence has more holes in it this season than Norma Batty's stockings. But how many clean sheets have Leicester and Brighton got in the EPL this season? I can't, to be honest with you.
I ain't got the foggiest.
I'm just going to get a number out there before I overthink this again and try and figure it all out. I'm going to say 4.
Right, Brad, you are saying 4.
6.
Chloe is nearer, but we for a long time did have the lowest number of clean sheets, and this is just the Premier League, so it's not Europe or whatever, or FA Cups. Watford have got 3. Leeds United have got 3, Norwich have got 4, Newcastle United have got 4, but Leicester have now got 5 clean sheets, and Brighton have got 7.
I don't know. I knew you had a lot of draws.
Jeez, what does that say about your defence?
It's shit. We know it is. You know, we're shit, and we know we are.
I was right in the middle of the two clubs. So.
You were. But yes, we were. I'm sorry about including that one there. Had to be done. Right. The next question is: most Premier League appearances. Which player has made the most Premier League appearances for both clubs? Again, according to the Premier League website.
Is it Schmeichel again?
Okay, you've gone Schmeichel.
Oh my God.
No, he wasn't playing for Brighton at the time.
Oh, right, I'll have a different guess then. It's got to be close between a few of them, I reckon, Brighton, because they've still got a bit of a strong old squad from when they actually came up. So I'm going to say Neil Maupay.
Well, don't forget, this isn't necessarily just this run, because Leicester have been up before and gone down, and I think Brighton possibly have. So, yeah, everybody's going for Murray and Maupay there, but the answer's actually Kasper Schmeichel and Lewis Dunk. So, did you know Lewis Dunk there, Chloe?
Yeah, I did know that actually. I remember we even had this question when we were revising, Brad.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it sinks in. I told you that.
I love the fact you did revising. You were testing each other, weren't you?
Yeah.
It's the only way I was going to know anything, mate. Trust me.
You see, Brad, you came in last night hoping I'd just ask you all the questions and you get them all right and you could say you'd won.
Yeah, I mean, bad plan backfired, didn't it?
I think Mike was a little bit upset at not going Dunk there, but there we go. Stick with your first thoughts, Mike. Right. Oh, yeah, extending your lead, Chloe here. Next question. How many FA Cup finals have Leicester and Brighton and Hove Albion each played in? And this goes back to 1800 whatever. It's how many finals you've played in. And we don't count replays as any replays or anything like that.
5?
So you've gone for 5. Okay.
I know it's either 1 or 2 because they've never won one. So I've got answers stuck in my head. but does that mean they never made at least one? I'm going to get this wrong and say one.
Did you revise that question, you two? It is 5-1. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, this is closer than most of my quizzes. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm closer than most of my quizzes I've been on.
Yes. Mike 6, Brighton 3. No, Kate's gone 7-3. I actually have no clue about anything regarding these teams, and that is a quote from Sean Dyche, by the way, and that's not a quiz question. Who said this? Okay, so next question, and that was question number 11, so over halfway there. Most expensive signings. And I'm going to say that this is according to transfermarket.co.uk. Who's the most expensive signing for each club? Because both clubs, they've got players that are very, very close. And some sites round them up or down.
Is it Tielemans? I don't know how you say that.
Okay, you're going for Tielemans.
Moepi. Or Moepi, or however you pronounce his name. I know he's got the same. I think he's the same nationality as Daka. I think he's Zambian. If that helps.
Okay. Who was ours, Brad?
Ours was Tielemans.
It was Tielemans. And do you know who yours was, Chloe?
Yeah, it was Murphy.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, we revised this one.
Yes. Apparently, it cost 7 million more than Morpay. No, not 7 million. 0.7 million more than Morpay. Oh, we can't split you at the moment. 6-8. You run out of questions, Brad. You do know that she's going to make your life hell if you lose this, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yuri Tielemans and Murphy. Right. Most expensive sales. Again, according to Transfer Cup Market, which player did each club get the highest transfer for when they were selling?
Ben White.
Who did you say? Sorry, Chloe?
Maguire.
Yeah, of course. I didn't have and I say with Harry Maguire.
No free points now.
You do have to have that on.
Yeah.
Whenever you say Harry Maguire, no refunds, no returns.
The 28-day policy is well and truly over.
I thought you might like that one, Brad.
I didn't like that one.
Well, Mike, I mean, yes, of course, Mike would know it was Maguire, of course. Well done, Mike. Thanks for our new training ground, by the way, Mike. Manager's career. At which club did Brendan Rodgers and Graham Potter start their... Sorry, I should have said that. The immensely talented and tactical genius Graham Potter start their managerial careers.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't have the foggiest, to be honest.
We've had an easy one, so I've got to throw a hard one in every now and again.
Oh, he's done a really good at Solskjaer, hasn't he? He started off in like some Swedish league or something like that.
I couldn't possibly say.
He started off in some like second division in Europe, somewhere else. It's Carl, Scandinavian, or which one was it? Which one? I'm hoping a name comes to me when I say it, but there's only one. It's not right.
No, I think neither of you are going to get this one, are you? Watford through Rodgers.
No.
I timed you out. Sorry, I timed you out.
Yeah, no, not a chance. I knew I was, but
fair enough.
I was on the right line, right, with Austin Stund. It was a Nordic team.
It was Sweden. Sweden's fourth division,
I was right.
think. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, excuse my friend. It's just because I was so annoyed because I wouldn't have got it, but I knew where it was. Oh.
I can't even
I
give
didn't
you
have
a point
the
for
foggiest.
that.
It's quite ironic, that team, though, isn't it, Watford, Chloe?
Yeah.
There's a lot of links. There's a lot of links. That's all I'm saying.
Last season, that's 2020-21, both teams' heaviest defeat was 3-0. Leicester at home, Brighton away, but to which teams? That's not bad to say the heaviest defeat was 3-0, was it? That wasn't...
No, not really. I've got a funny feeling as... Oh, no. Who am I about? I know who ours is. Brighton quiz. I keep doing that. I keep going, oh, I've got it, and then realise I've got answers to the thing.
I don't even know what Brighton's was, so
I'm gonna guess it. I've just got a funny feeling. I'm kind of scouring through their fixture list last night. It's probably one of these two teams. Hey, Leicester. No, I'm gonna say Man City.
You're going to say Man City for Brighton.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Chelsea.
You're going to guess Chelsea. We've even stumped Mike on this because Mike's got no idea. Because he's from Wales, I think.
If I'm not wrong, the one that Chloe's gone for would have been my second guess, but Man City was the one that stood out to me.
Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes second guesses are worth considering and going for. However, not in this case, because both of them were wrong, and both of your answers were wrong. Leicester lost 3-0 to West Ham United. And Brighton lost 3-0 to Leicester.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately, no points there. Jordan, good evening. How the devil are you, sir? I hope you're
I need at least two of these to start breaking in my favour, don't I? And I'm running out of time to do so, I feel.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions left.
Oh.
We'll come back to them straight after. There is a new shop available on the Leicester Till I Die website, leicestertillidie.com/shop. You can have How the Devil Are You t-shirts, hoodies, polo shirts, sweatshirts, and loads of other things as well. We haven't quite got down to the Leicester Till I Die underwear, but you hold hard, you never know, that might be coming. Right, so now we said West Ham and Leicester. So the next question, ladies and gentlemen, season in the Premier League. According to the Premier League website, again covering myself, how many seasons, including this one, has each team spent in the Premier League?
So this isn't just consecutive, it's in total.
No, it's in total since the Premier League was started, yeah.
I'm going to say Brighton was 4.
You're going to say Brighton was 4?
I'm going to say 11.
I was quite surprised about these, especially ours, because ours was better than I thought it would be. But Brighton was 5 and Leicester was 16. Ooh. You are that rope is getting shorter and shorter, Brad.
I've just missed so many opportunities by just not including a season there, and I've done it again. I did it every time trying to remember it.
Well, it is currently 7 to Brad, 9 to Chloe, and there's a 2-point lead and 4 questions left. Oof. Mike, you got half of it right. So, next question. I think you might know this one, guys. Club to club. Brad, I want to know the last player to move from Leicester to Brighton. And Chloe, the last player to move from Brighton to Leicester.
This is Noah. I'm probably saying that wrong. ULLOA.
Oh, Leonardo Joa.
Yeah.
I'm
Chloe,
saying that
you're-
for mine. I'm
You're
saying
going
that
for
for mine.
Leonardo. You're sorry. Chloe's saying Ujoa.
And I'm saying Ujoa as well.
You're saying
He
Ujoa
went
as
somewhere
well.
first and back to Brighton, but it's only where I can think of it.
What are the chances of the same player going backwards and forwards like that? Would I do that to you?
Yes.
You're quite right. Of course I would. And you would have been disappointed if I hadn't. We bought him for 9.09 million on the 22nd of July. As the song goes, cost us a bloody fortune. And he went back on loan in January 2018. So yeah, you both get a point there. It was Joa. I love the guy. I think we treated him badly at the end, to be honest with you. He was a good player. Do you know why we signed him? Can you remember why we signed him?
No.
Pearson went to all his defenders and said, "Who's the striker you've hated playing against most this season?" And they all said Ujoa, so we went out and bought him.
Fair enough. Fair enough reason, yeah.
Yeah, it's as good as any, isn't it? Right. Kit suppliers. Can you name the kit supplier for both teams? So not the sponsor, the actual producer, supplier, if you like.
I haven't honestly.
This is like who makes the shirt, right?
Sorry? This is
This
the
is like
make
who
of the
makes
shirt.
the shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you put them up earlier as well. I didn't pay attention.
Just realised I've got this on my jumper, so I'm going to crouch down here.
I've got to do it. I can't see it, so but there we go. Brad has got his glasses on. Chloe's
Admiral.
kind of mentioned it already.
Admiral.
You're going for Admiral for Brighton. And Chloe, who do you think makes Leicester's?
Adidas.
Well, you did say before when you were describing the grey shirt that it had 3 stripes on the shoulder, which were pink. And of course, which company has 3 stripes, Brad?
I want to say Nike, but obviously it's not. She is right. Sorry.
No, it's Adidas.
Yeah, I know.
Adidas.
I know it's
And
Adidas. Sorry.
And it's Nike for Brighton. You can
Really?
cover it now.
Making
and
that?
see what I'm doing. Sorry?
Well, making that. Oh dear.
Now. Admiral, are they still? They go bust?
I don't know. I just couldn't think of who they'd be sponsored by. Yeah, who made the shirt? I think they did have at one point, but I don't pay attention.
They used to make ours, didn't they? You know.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. And this is the penultimate question. Most wins in the English Premier League. Leicester have the most wins, 12 against 3 teams. Chloe, but I only need one of them, Chloe. And Brighton have the most wins, 4 against 2 teams. But again, Brad, I only need one of them.
Funny fact, they have yet to lose to this team in the Premiership. So if they're not in there, I'm flabbergasted. West Ham.
Okay.
I'm hoping you're wrong because there was a lot of draws in there, but
There
we
is,
had
but I'm
someone
pretty
that's been in the
sure.
Premier League a long time because like 12's a lot of wins.
Yeah.
So this is just a guess. Everton.
Going for Everton. Right. Chloe, when you said that West Ham have had a lot of draws against you, you were quite right because it wasn't West Ham, it was Newcastle or Watford.
Ball. Baloney. West Ham, why you got me down like that? It's the only one I know. That's absolute. West Ham, you can't rely on them for anything, can you?
You can't, can you? Bloody West Ham. Everybody stop. Unfortunately, Chloe, it wasn't Everton. Again, Newcastle. I think you could probably, every team's probably got it against Newcastle, Southampton, or believe it or not, Brad, Spurs.
I was thinking Spurs in my head. I thought, no, it can't be, but there you go.
I couldn't believe Spurs.
I still can't believe them either.
I think that must have been when we were up before, when we came up, that we were beating them. So the last question is, there we go, just to confirm, Newcastle, Southampton, Spurs and Newcastle, Watford. Don't know what that quite says about Newcastle. So head to head, in our histories, Leicester and Brighton have only ever played each other 41 times, and that's in any competition, so not just the Premier League, in the First Division, in the whenever North, South, Thirds or whatever. We've only met 41 times in our history. How many times has each club been victorious?
So am I saying how many times Leicester have beaten Brighton?
Yes.
19.
We're going for 19.
Said that with such confidence. It's almost like only one of us has been really revising properly.
It does look that way, to be honest with you. Anthony says that you're using Google. If he was using Google, he'd be doing a hell of a lot better than he was, mate.
Trust me, using Google on what? WWE Couch? No, no Google here.
No. Or as we like to call it these days, doing a Luca, obviously.
Yeah. I don't feel like there's been many at all. I know there was at least one in the Premiership, maybe two. So one in the Championship. But why do I feel like there's been at least more than three? Is that 4 now?
Well, this is going way back. Way
yeah,
back.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to think, and obviously that's.
So we may have met at some point in like the Third Division North or whatever it used to be, and FA Cups.
Well, they'd have been in the South, wouldn't it, for Brighton? We wouldn't have met them in them league.
We could be getting Nacho's goal in the 93rd minute from the corner.
Yeah, on our way to the FA Cup.
Yes.
But it still doesn't help because I don't remember it before a certain time. I know we've only recently played Brighton, and I'm guessing the majority of them have come in the time since the Championship and the Premiership. We've met a few times in the Cup as well previous. And I just cannot think of any more than the 2 Premier League games and the 1 Championship game, so I'm going to have to say 3.
And you said 19, Chloe. Well, Brighton have beaten Leicester 14 times.
I'm not going to remember if it was before.
No. Leicester have beaten Brighton 19 times.
I really couldn't get that. I don't remember what I remember.
you can only remember what you can remember is true. We'll put that on your gravestone in many years, Brad. You could only remember what you could remember. So I have to say, well done to Chloe, who wasn't that very confident at the start, but well done, Chloe. In fact, I think we should have a...
I was confident in their victory. I knew I'd do awful. Well done, babe. You probably knew my club better than I do, apparently.
Well, she does, probably. It would have been interesting to see how many you got on your own, but there we go. Well done, Chloe. Chloe is the winner.
Yeah. He'll make out like he had one made up for me, but he was that confident you'd win. This is the only one he's made up as well.
You just wanted to say it up,
I'll give you that. I have to say it though, just to be.
I wouldn't do that to you, mate. I wouldn't do that for you. So well done, Chloe. A final score of 8-12. Hopefully the questions weren't too hard and you won't hate me for the rest of your life, and you're not going to go and have an argument now. I told you it was 12.
Where's that unsubscribe button?
Yeah. And I was just going to say, Brad, you're doing a new podcast. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so it's a podcast I've had the idea for a while. I'm doing my first show in a couple of weeks. I'll be joined by Chloe, I'll be joined by Reese, and I'll be joined by Doug. So if anyone doesn't know who they are, you'll find them on my Twitter feed. I can't remember their Twitter names. I can't promote them, but they're on it. It's a podcast format basically called A Matter of Opinion. So anyone's invited to come on if they're interested in the topic. The first week's topic of choice I'm kicking off with is Marvel versus DC. Which one's better? There isn't an overall debate. It's actually just you coming on and giving your opinion as to why you think one's better than the other. And yeah, that's just the format of the platform with many topics to come. So.
Well, that's going to last about 2 minutes because it's obviously Marvel. There's no.
Well, you see.
Yeah, Chloe agrees with me. You're not going to argue with Chloe, are you?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir.
Marvel absolutely kicks.
Well, we will see. As long as I don't want anybody who's on there just throw a different one out for controversy. I want this is a podcast that I've given the idea to just to have somewhere where you can actually just go and say your opinion and no one's going to tell you you're wrong, because that's the whole point of having a matter of opinion. So it's just something I thought I'd throw out and see how it goes.
We know though, don't we, Chloe? We know we're right anyway, so.
Yeah, but I get your lovely job of telling them they're all wrong because it's not my answer.
Fair enough. And what is your podcast called? How do they find you?
So it's called A Matter of Opinion. It's available on Spotify at the moment. The only thing that's on there at the moment is the trailer. But if you want to give that a listen so you get an idea of a couple more categories topics that I'm going to be talking about, please go and give that a listen. So you're ready for when I do a video. Just organising it with the rest of them for a couple of weeks' time, and then I'll record it and get it up by that time. So the first
I
episode
listened to it earlier, and your voiceover man did a great job.
Thanks very much, mate. So yeah, check us out there.
I can. Sorry, Brad. So, how can people find you on Twitter as well?
So what might help is if I actually told you how you could find that link to that.
It would be, yes.
That little trailer. It's at full-time focus. You find me from there. Just give me a follow off. I'll hit follow back, and then you'll just see it posted on my timeline there. That's where you can find it.
Good luck with it, mate. Good luck with it. Even though you obviously I have a feeling you're edging towards DC, which I said you're just wrong. I mean, there's just no argument, you know. Anthony, thank you so much. I'll pass that £2 on to Brad for the bus home, definitely. And even Mike, you're just getting outvoted already.
I'm putting the topic.
Your podcast is going to take over the show.
I personally think that you're both right as well. I didn't state aside. I'm just letting the people come on debate that.
I think we know which way is leaning, don't we, Chloe?
Not at all.
I mean, I think there's only one DC film. I mean, I like them because they're superheroes. So don't get me wrong. Has anybody watched Bad Boys, by the way?
Yeah, with Will Smith.
It's on Amazon.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's superhero. You want to give it a watch? It's superheroes sort of gone wrong. Yes. But Chloe, well done, as we say. How can people find you?
I'm British Tea Hater on Twitter.
At British Tea Hater. So I wanted to say your prize is a year's worth of PG tips, but you wouldn't want it, would you? No. I didn't go down well.
Chris, make sure she gets a year's supply of coffee for when I'm there.
Make sure she got what, sorry?
A year's supply of coffee for when I go up there, because I'm a British coffee lover. So.
You're ideally matched, aren't you? But,
yeah, well.
Chloe, I'm sure that you can get. I think you should have a rematch, maybe, where you answer questions on your own team. And then we'll see.
No, I've already been shown up and lost this one. I'm not going to lose another one. She'll destroy me on my own club. In fact, Chris, funny story. This is genuine true. This, right? We was doing some revision last night, trying to pop quiz each other. We were demanding to ask each other questions to see how much we'd remembered from what we was told, right? And I kid you not, I asked her an FA Cup final question, which like you asked today. And I said, yeah, because we played da-da-da in this final, da-da in that final. And I said, oh, no, it was the League Cup one, wasn't it? And I said, oh, we played Stoke in 69. And she went, 64? I was like, what? She went, no, you played Stoke in 64 in the final. I was like, I'm getting corrected. My own team, this is going to go brilliantly tonight. And so it has. See?
You see how easy it is to do when I got it wrong earlier? It's, I think it's just, we should just give up, Brad, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm retired.
I'm sure you're going to enjoy this for at least till Christmas.
Yeah, she's going to get up for me. And
be sure to mention it at every opportunity that you beat Brad.
I'm never opening the car from her again. She's going to have that in the scoreline written in it every time.
Well, I tell you what, we'll end with this one. Mike said, well, no, this one first. Mike says he can't wait for our quiz, Brad. I haven't even started the questions yet, guys, but you know, my other quizzes are absolutely...
yeah, don't worry, mate. I've started looking at the Swahilian second division, looking at badges from Trinidad and Tobago and from Pakistan. I'm already on it, mate. That revision took over the Brighton one.
But of course, we do know, though, of course, if there's any questions about family, Mike is the expert.
Yeah, well, I might as well pass him if I get the best as well.
If a question about Rod Fanny of Marseille comes up, he's a player from Marseille, apparently. I didn't know that. Very quickly, Nippon, this is not asked for rivals there. He's gone, your favourite Disney movie?
Lion King.
Yeah. Although my most underappreciated Disney, Pixar Disney, or is it? So we've got his mate now. I'm not confident. Treasure Planet. It's one of the most underrated.
That's good. We watched that. I cried.
Yeah, she did. It wasn't that sad in the time, but she did.
Is that a Pixar one? I've not seen that one.
It's basically it's a futuristic version of Treasure Island, the story. But it's actually really good. I would recommend it. It did go quite underrated, but it's got like one of them that kind of picked up a niche following later on.
I'm going further back than either of you two because obviously I'm an old git.
God.
I'm going for Robin Hood.
Oh, Robin Hood.
We watched that. We watched that.
Someone said sorry about this, mate. Sorry about
I can watch that. I watched that as a kid, and it was the first film that has always stuck in my mind. And for that, I love it.
I honestly have the Roosters. You know when it starts and he's playing the banjo is playing, whatever it is he's playing.
Yeah.
But he's playing in it, and I've actually got that tune at the start stuck in my head. I've had that stuck in my head for years. I got Chloe to watch it, and I got her to watch. What was it you said you got stuck in your head?
Oliver and Company. The Why Should I Worry?
Oh yeah, Oliver and Company. That's great.
See what is another good one, and I'm going to have this stuck in my head now. I always used to when I thought about it. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
And the bottom bobbing along at the bottom of the... Yeah, I'm not going to sing it, but we'll leave the singing to Mike. He very quickly says, Brad, who's your favourite actor that played Superman and Batman?
I don't like Superman. So no one. Batman. There's a few that have done a good job with Batman. Christopher Bale, I think. I get a bit confused with which one was which. I'm more in the...
Yeah. What, George Clooney, yeah.
George Clooney was that flashy Bond of Batman, wasn't he, style?
He actually does say that he did nearly kill the franchise off with his performance. You know?
Yeah, he did. Thank God he didn't try and come back.
Anyway, guys, we started talking about superheroes now. You might have to do a podcast.
Yeah, people are getting the highlights of the after quiz.
Yes, yeah. This is the Brad Perkins podcast here. Welcome along, guys. Thank you so much for taking part. It was a laugh. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, I know Chloe did.
I definitely did.
Remind him. Just keep reminding him.
Chris, I'll speak to to you in a sec afterwards. And Chloe, are you staying on or you got to dash off?
I'll probably go in a sec. Yeah. Well,
Right, I've got an idea that I want to run past for us. So just thought I'd let you know before you sign out. Sorry, mate.
No problem. Thank you very much, guys. Brad, well, I'll see you afterwards, but I'll also see you tomorrow for the Prediction League.
Yeah.
You're doing just as badly in the Prediction League as you are in the quiz.
Yeah, I'm like Leicester from last season. I'm falling apart in the second half of everything. So, you know,
you are. Your second half has just dropped out of the market.
Yeah. Well, my quiz form's almost the same as Brighton. I keep losing every week. So, you know, sorry, I had to get digging, babe. It's been a bad day.
That was a low blow. That was a very low blow.
I'm not sorry. I'm only a little bit sorry.
Oh. Anyway, this has been the Jeremy Kyle Show. I can see he's going to get that way.
I'm not bitter at all, babe. I'm really happy that you beat me. Well done, babe.
He's got to say that.
I'm very glad that I beat you as well.
Yeah, I know you are. It's great. It's anything that saved me, Chris. It's anything that saved me.
Hey, just shows who we've eyes better, doesn't it? Guys, I'll let you go. Thanks so much for doing that. The links are also in the description on YouTube, so do get over there and follow them both at British Tea Hater and at Full Time Focus. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Well done, Chloe. Well, Jeremy Kyle at the end there. I think it was a good time to go. Thanks so much for joining in. Thanks very much for listening. If you are listening on the podcast, which is obviously Leicester Till I Die, might as well give my own a push, mightn't I? And that's available on your favourite podcast platform. Like I say, How the Devil Are You shirts, along with hashtag LTIDtv, if you see that, or the badges. It's a full range of everything. LeicsterTillIDie.com/shop. We can have one of these as well. Look, one of these hats. Brilliant. Look at that. There you go. Doesn't quite cover my face. I will be back tomorrow with the aforementioned Brad in the Prediction League, which I'm winning as well. I mean, I wasn't, but I am now, and I've just got to mention that. That's just fallen off his chair. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all tomorrow night at 9. Good night now.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
That's all, folks.